Welcome back to my channel, SJA Motors. I hope you all are doing great. Today we have a very exciting video because we are going to talk about some of the best new cars in India in 2025 that you can buy for under 7 lakh rupees. Whether you want petrol or CNG, hatchback or compact SUV-ish looks, we've got solid options that offer value, efficiency, features, and comfort. So stick with me. By the end you'll know which car might suit you best in this budget. Buying a car under 7 lakh rupees means you have to balance a lot of factors: price, fuel type, petrol or CNG, fuel efficiency, maintenance cost, features, safety, resale value, and brand service network. Some people prefer tech and styling, others want a simple, reliable daily commuter. In 2025, with recent tax changes, GST reductions etc., carmakers have adjusted ex-showroom prices, making some previously out-of-reach models more affordable. That opens up more choices in this range. I'll go through petrol hatchbacks, micro SUVs, micro hatch stretches, then CNG options, then compare them, so you can decide based on your priorities. What to look for. Before we jump into specific models, here are the key things you must check when choosing a car under 7 lakh rupees. 1. Fuel efficiency, running cost. Fuel is going up, so whether petrol or CNG, mileage matters. For petrol, look for 20 to 25 kmpl or better if highway. For city maybe a bit lower. For CNG, the savings are better but typically performance is a bit lower. 2. Service and spare parts network. Big brands like Maruti Suzuki, Tata, Hyundai, etc. have good networks. If you live outside metro areas, this matters a lot. 3. Safety features. At least dual airbags, ABS with EBD, rear parking sensors. If you can get more, that's a bonus. Even structural strength matters. 4. Space and comfort. Even in small cars, good sitting space, headroom, boot space. If multiple family members or luggage often, choose accordingly. 5. Resale value. Popular models tend to hold value better. Cars from brands with trust in your area help. 6. Features. Touchscreen infotainment, connected car features, LED daytime running lights, maybe tire pressure monitor, etc. But sometimes in this price range you'll need to compromise. Best petrol cars under 7 lakh rupees 2025. Let's start with petrol-powered options, because those are simpler, less hardware, no CNG tank, more straightforward maintenance. Here are the top picks, their pros and cons. 1. Maruti Suzuki Alto K10. Price starts from around 4.23 lakh rupees ex-showroom for basic petrol version. Engine, performance and mileage. 1.0-liter petrol engine. Very good fuel economy, around approximately 24 to 25 kmpl in city, more on highway. Features. Basic features in base model, upper trims get slightly more, better infotainment, safety. Dual airbags, ABS in many trims. Pros, low cost to buy, very economical, cheap maintenance, great for city traffic, easy to park. Cons, basic interior, less powerful, lesser comfort on highways, fewer luxury features. 2. Maruti Suzuki Espresso. Price, petrol variants begin around rupee 4 to 5 lakh in base trims, up toward 6.1 lakh rupees for more feature-rich ones. Engine, mileage, 1.0-liter petrol, good fuel efficiency in city commuting, acceptable performance for small distances. Features, styling, taller stance, SUV look, good ground clearance, appealing to younger buyers. Decent infotainment in higher trims, safety features improving. Pros, stylish design, practical for city roads, visibility is better, manageable size. Cons, for long highway drives, performance is modest, ride can get bumpy on uneven roads, basic trims are sparse on features. 3. Tata Tiago petrol. Price, Entry-level petrol XE base trims ~5 lakh rupees are a bit more. Engine mileage 1.2-litre petrol gives a better balance of power than micro cars. Decent mileage in city and highway. Features, build quality. Tata has been improving fit and finish. Safety is also better than many in class. Good cabin comfort, more feature options than base micro hatch. Pros, better refinement, decent comfort, safer build, better for longer drives than smaller hatchbacks. Cons, slightly higher cost of ownership, maybe more expensive maintenance, base trims may miss some features. 4. Hyundai Grand i10 Neos. Price, starts around 5.98 lakh rupees in base trims, maybe more for higher ones. Engine mileage. Petrol engine, decent performance, ride and comfort are good, mileage reasonable. Features, Hyundai offers nicer interiors, modern infotainment, better comfort, and nicer ride quality. Pros, better comfort and build, more premium feel, good features, resale value is favorable. Cons, less fuel economy than the very small cars, higher running and maintenance cost, fewer CNG options or cheaper variants in CNG. 5. Hyundai Exter. Price, around 6.21 lakh rupees for base petrol trims. Engine mileage, 1.2-litre petrol, mileage in the ballpark of other small cars, better for someone wanting SUV-style looks in this budget. Features, modern styling, connected tech, decent infotainment screens, possibly better safety. Pros, looks, features, presence, good for people wanting more than just utilitarian car. Cons, slightly higher fuel and maintenance costs, base trims may be sparse, premium trims push you close to upper limit. 6. Renault Kwid. Price, very attractive, starts 4.70 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Engine mileage, smaller petrol engine, economical, especially for city use. Features, decent styling, basic infotainment, probably fewer bells and whistles, but value is strong. Pros, very affordable, good for first car buyers, low running and insurance costs, stylish enough. Cons, low power, highway performance limited, basic safety and features unless you get higher trims. Best CNG cars under 7 lakh rupees 2025. Now let's look at factory-fitted CNG options. They are great if you do a lot of city driving and want to save fuel and running costs. But there are trade-offs: less powerful, CNG tank adds weight space, less cargo room sometimes. Here are the strong picks. 1. Maruti Suzuki Alto K10 CNG. Price, 5.74 lakh rupees for base CNG version, going 5.95 lakh rupees for higher trim. Mileage, performance, approximately 33.85 km per kilogram in CNG mode. Power approximately 57 PS, torque approximately 82.1 Nm. Pros, very cheap to run, reliable, good service, low cost of ownership, small size good for city. Cons, power is modest, less boot space because of CNG tank, less refinement compared to petrol variants. Availability of service for CNG parts should be checked locally. 2. Maruti Suzuki Espresso CNG. Price, rupee 5.90-6.12 lakh for CNG trims. Mileage, performance, approximately 32.73 km per kilogram, same motor as Alto K10 in many respects. Pros, SUV look appeal, good ground clearance, efficient, decent visibility, better for city roads with bumps. Cons, CNG reduces some boot and interior space, performance still modest, ride might not be very plush on bad roads. 3. Maruti Suzuki Wagon R CNG. Price, 6.43 lakh rupees to 6.88 lakh rupees ex-showroom for CNG variants. Mileage, performance, approximately 34.05 km per kilogram, one of the best in this class. Same approximately 57 PS, 82 Nm in many cases. Pros: roomy cabin, tall roof, good headroom, comfortable for small families, strong resale, service network strong. Cons: size means slightly more fuel used in traffic, cost of CNG parts, CNG tank reduces boot space, performance lower than petrol. 4. Tata Tiago CNG. Price: some variants are under 7 lakh rupees, XE, XM trims. 6.44 lakh rupees, 6.77 lakh rupees. Mileage, performance, approximately 26.49 km per kilogram, engine power higher than the ultra small ones, torque better. Pros: better build, safety, more comfort, good for those wanting more power with low running cost, better ride quality. Cons: slightly higher maintenance, CNG variants often fewer features, performance drop when running on CNG, cost of conversion, service etc. 5. Maruti Suzuki Celerio CNG. Price: 6.72 lakh rupees for certain trims under X showroom. Mileage, performance, claims of approximately 34 plus km per kilogram in some trims, similar engine base as Alto K10 Wagon R. Pros: good fuel savings, slightly more interior space than the smallest kits, manageable size, good brand support. Cons: same trade-offs, less power, safety and features in base CNG trims, reduced boot, higher CNG tank maintenance. 6. Maruti Suzuki Eco CNG. Price: 6.44 lakh rupees, ex-showroom, in some CNG AC 5-seater version. Mileage, performance, approximately 26.78 km per kilogram, more torque than very small hatchbacks, good for families or businesses. Pros: very spacious in its category, useful as a people or cargo mover, reliable, lower running cost in CNG, good for utility usage. Cons: handling and comfort not as refined, body roll, basic interiors, CNG tank cuts into space, safety features limited in base variants. Summary comparison. Let me compare some of these cars head-to-head on key factors so you can decide what fits you. Car best for whom: strengths, weaknesses, trade-offs. Alto K10 petrol, CNG, first car buyers. Budget tight, city commuting, very low purchase price, lowest cost of ownership, excellent mileage, small footprint, easy to park, less power, basic interiors, not much comfort for longer drives, minimal features in base trims. Espresso petrol, CNG, those wanting SUV look in small budget, young buyers, style and ground clearance, healthy mileage, service network, modest power, rough roads may show, base trims pared down. Wagon R CNG, small families, people wanting some space and headroom, those wanting good resale, good internal space, tall roof, excellent running cost, decent brand. Trust CNG reduces boot, highway performance lower, features less in lower trims. Tiago petrol, CNG, buyers wanting a more premium feel in budget, some highway drives, those caring about safety and comfort, better build and safety, more powerful engine, comfort, features in higher trims, decent resale, slightly more maintenance, costlier than smallest, features missing in base, performance drop in CNG mode. Grand i10 Neos, Exter, buyers wanting more features, better ride and comfort, style enthusiasts, nice interiors, tech, safety better, ride quality good, styling modern, higher cost to buy, fuel costs more, service parts cost more, sometimes features only in higher trims pushing toward top of budget. Which one should you pick based on your priorities? Depending on what you value most, different cars become best for you. Here are a few scenarios and what I'd recommend in each. If your priority is lowest possible running cost and you mainly use the car in city ride, pointing arrow, go for a small CNG hatchback, Alto K10 CNG or Espresso CNG. They'll save you a lot on fuel. If you want maximum comfort for small family, occasional highway drives, and balanced performance, right pointing arrow a petrol Tata Tiago or Wagon-R petrol if you don't mind losing some fuel efficiency. Among CNGs, Tiago CNG might strike the balance. If you like style, presence, modern features and don't mind trading off some mileage, right pointing arrow Hyundai Exter petrol or a higher trim of Grand i10 Neos or Tiago. For purely city commuting with tight parking, narrow roads, right pointing arrow Go Ultra Compact, Alto K10 petrol, CNG, or Renault Kwid. If resale value and service network matters, right pointing arrow go with established brands like Maruti, Suzuki, Tata, Hyundai. Also check local dealer network, availability of service and spare parts. If CNG is available and you use the car a lot in city, stop go, right pointing arrow, it often wins for running cost, but ensure you have good CNG service centers around. Things to watch out before purchasing. Here are some fine prints and tips, so you don't take home something that later costs you too much or gives problems. 1. On-road price versus ex-showroom price. The quoted ex-showroom price doesn't include road tax, insurance, registration, etc. In some states that adds a lot, so when budgeting, keep that in mind. 2. CNG tank impact. The tank takes up boot space, adds weight, sometimes increases cost of service maintenance. 3. Availability of features. Often the lowest price trims are very bare, manual windows, basic audio, fewer safety features, etc. If features are important, see higher trims. 4. Service and warranty for CNG. Factory-fitted CNG kits generally come with warranty, but maintenance and repair might have fewer specialists. If something goes wrong, cost and convenience matter. 5. Resale depreciation. Cars from brands with good reputation, good resale value, Maruti, Tata, Hyundai, tend to hold value better. Also, models with better fuel economy, known reliability are easier to sell later. 6. Driving and maintenance cost. Even petrol cars have parts, service, tires, etc. CNG adds extra maintenance for the tank and parts. Keep expected annual kilometer in mind. High kilometer tilts in favor of CNG. 7. Insurance and safety. Try to get trims with basic safety features. Even if cost is slightly more, safety is non-negotiable. Dual airbags, ABS, maybe rear parking sensors are musts in 2025. Final top picks. Here are my top 3 recommendations in this budget, 7 lakh rupees, in different usage categories. Best all-rounder, daily plus occasional trip, right pointing arrow Tata Tiago, petrol or CNG depending on how much city versus highway. It gives a good mix of comfort, features, decent resale, safety. Best low running cost, city commuter, right pointing arrow Alto K10 CNG or Wagon-R CNG, if CNG stations and servicing are accessible in your area. Else, Alto K10. Petrol. Best feature, style, presence on tight budget, right pointing arrow Hyundai Exter petrol, or Grand i10 Neos in higher trims, if you can stretch a bit. For SUV look without big cost. Some price updates and GST effects 2025. It's worth noting that recent changes in GST, goods and services tax, have reduced tax burden for small cars in India, especially small petrol compact vehicles. That has led to price cuts by carmakers for models like the Alto K10, Swift, etc. Because of this, some models that used to be out of reach are now creeping into the less than 7 lakh rupees bracket or close to it, depending on city and variant. Always check ex-showroom prices in your city. Sample, car comparison, segment. Let's do a quick side-by-side comparison of Alto K10 CNG, Wagon-R CNG, and Tiago petrol to see how they stack up for typical buyer. Specification: Alto K10 CNG Wagon R CNG Tiago petrol. Typical ex-showroom price Rupee 5.7-6.0 lakh Rupee 6.4-6.9 lakh Rupee 5 to 6.5 lakh depending on trim. Mileage, running cost approximately 33.8 km per kilogram CNG. Good savings in city stop-start driving approximately 34.05 km per kilogram CNG. Slightly larger size so maybe marginally more cost in city. Petrol gives fewer savings per kilometer than CNG but smoother performance, maybe approximately 20 to 25 kmpl depending on driving style etc. Cabin and boot smallest, boot tight due to CNG tank. Basic interiors for Alto more spacious, tall roof, better seating room, slightly more boot even with CNG tank compromise, better comfort, seating, more features, more premium feel. Maintenance and others, lower parts cost, simpler car, many service centers, but CNG tank and components need periodic checking. Similar trade-offs. Petrol simpler, maybe higher fuel cost, but smoother, better features, possible better highway comfort. Conclusion. So, to wrap up, if your budget is strictly under 7 lakh rupees, petrol hatchbacks like Alto K10, Espresso, Kwid, etc. are safe and reliable bets. They will cost you less upfront, less for maintenance, and have wide service networks. If you travel mostly in city and want to reduce fuel cost, CNG versions of Alto K10, Espresso, Wagon R are excellent. They give you major savings per kilometer, though with trade-offs in power and boot space. If you want better comfort, features, higher safety, or plan to drive on highways more often, then consider going for Tiago petrol or a higher trim of the hatchbacks or compact SUVs. Even if it pushes you close to 7 lakh rupees or slightly above, the gain in comfort and resale may justify. Always check local on-road costs, variant prices, after-sales service in your city, CNG station availability. What is affordable in one city might be expensive elsewhere. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, do hit the like button, share with friends who are thinking of buying a car, and subscribe to SJA Motors for more car reviews, comparisons, and auto news. In the comments below tell me, which of these cars are available in your city under 7 lakh rupees and what you would choose and why. I'll try to respond. Until next time, drive safe, and see you in the next video.